Say what you will about Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, but they are cunning SOBs. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. This Tuesday, after the column goes up, this column will be the last SmackDown Live on the USA Network. It finally goes back to network television after a 9-year hiatus. This will make doing these columns on time a little tricky, but I'll do what I can. And what will the first SmackDown on Fox present as a main event? Why, a WWE Championship match pitting Kofi Kingston against Brock Lesnar. I keep saying it, folks. Brock is only going to stay in the WWE if A, he has a primary title, or B, he keeps getting shots for a primary title. It's like he's holding the WWE hostage since Vince obviously doesn't want to lose him to UFC or worse, AEW. And yet, as much as the idea of Brock even being allowed a title match, despite his questionable appearance ratio over the last years, sickens me, I will give credit where it's due. He and Paul Heyman finally figured out something since SummerSlam, and they were ready to enact on it. As you know, the powers that be in the WWE stated that after Seth Rollins became a 2-time Beast Slayer, Brock would not be allowed another rematch for the Universal Championship. This upset Heyman to no end. But I guess it took him a month to realize that there was another big title in the WWE worth going after. In fact, it's the big title. One that's been around for over 50 years instead of just 3 years. One that has much more prestige in the company, and one which Brock has held 4 times before. Armed with that knowledge, they waited for the outcome of Clash of Champions to see who would walk out of Charlotte with that championship. And when Kofi Kingston succeeded, which was one of the 4 matches I whiffed on in my predictions, Brock and Heyman knew they had their chance. So they pounced on it, figuring Kingston would throw out that fighting champion spiel he's been spouting since after WrestleMania. They marched into SmackDown while Kofi was talking to the WWE Universe and all but demanded a title match. And sure enough, Kofi accepted. And then got F5 for his trouble. Maybe Randy Orton was right all along. Maybe Kofi is as stupid as Orton thought he was. But in any case, Brock and Heyman were brilliant. They knew they no longer had a reason to stay on Raw if the Universal title was out of reach. So they figured the WWE Championship was still fair game. And using the wild card rule, which thankfully will end after the draft, they were able to sneak onto SmackDown and make the challenge, which they knew Kofi couldn't resist. All Brock needs to do now is injure Big E and Xavier Woods, jump Kofi just before their match on SmackDown like he's done with Rollins, and the title is his for a 5th time. And not only that, but this is the first time in a long time that Brock Lesnar has actually competed on a WWE TV show that was not a pay-per-view or a WWE Network exclusive. In fact, the last time he was on Raw or SmackDown was before his first retirement at WrestleMania 20. He's been in several house shows since returning, but the only televised shows he's competed on have been pay-per-views. So we are seeing a very rare sight indeed. That'll throw everyone off. And it's all part of Heyman's nefarious plan. Brock will take the WWE Championship from around Kofi's broken carcass and hold it hostage the same way he did the Universal title for so long, ignoring the 30-day defense rule and only showing up on major pay-per-views, meaning his first title defense will be in Saudi Arabia in November. So, I may hate it, but kudos to Brock and Heyman for finally figuring it out. If one brand refuses to give you the title you believe should be yours just for staying in the WWE, then you simply go to the other brand and take that one. Mark my word, folks. Whether we like it or not, and believe me, I don't, on the October 11th SmackDown, you'll see Heyman strutting like a Jewish peacock and announcing the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar! It's Brock's world. We just gotta live in it until he suffers a career-ending injury. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling blogger who always tells it like it is. See ya.